So we're going live, ladies and gentlemen. I am what you need. You're watching my channel. If you like what you're seeing here, don't forget to smash the like button. You can also subscribe. You can also donate to my channel via Western Union or MoneyGram. Share and comment on this live feed. We're talking about, we're talking about a number of different topics today. The first one is people's reaction to Tyson Fury not putting his hand completely through his gloves. Let's talk about that. Now, I was very honest, and I told you guys he definitely cheated when it comes to the gloves. He tried to avoid the padding. Now, a lot of people talk about the Nevada State Athletic Commission looked at him and checked the gloves and all of that, and they would be there for when he is putting on the gloves. But here's the thing. One, whether it was before or after the Nevada State Athletic Commission checked the gloves, there was an adjustment made to it. And we saw it on footage. In fact, Tyson Fury's fist, especially with his left hand, was seen in the palm of the glove, meaning that the rest of the glove was actually vacant, and that was the floppy end of the glove. So in fact, Tyson Fury was punching in the palm area of the glove. Now, Showbiz the Adult did a video showing that you can't do it in a glove that's a glove that has padding enough that keeps the glove firm and keeps its form. If you look at Tyson Fury's glove, you would notice that there is not padding in the palm area of the glove. Now, the top half of the glove might have padding up here, but in the palm area, that's what makes it be floppy. It's floppy because your hand is in the palm area of the glove. Okay? If the padding's all the way up on top of here, this part, the top part of the glove, then what happens is the area which is not well padded will be floppy. Hence, the glove will flop around. There's no way nobody punches with their hand way past 90 degrees, telling us that the glove itself, his hands weren't all the way through the glove. Tommy Temper. Anderson, don't break my heart about Fury. First of all, let me just make it abundantly clear. I'm not trying to down Fury's win. In fact, Tyson Fury fought a brilliant fight, and if you go to BT Sports, you will see his former trainer breaking down what Tyson Fury did in that fight, occupying Deontay Wilder, preventing Deontay Wilder from doing what he does best in the fight aggressively, and forcing him to fight a fight that he did not want to fight. First of all, Deontay Wilder didn't think that Tyson Fury would walk to him like that. Second of all, Tyson Fury took away Deontay Wilder's right hand by occupying him. And then the third thing he did was he brought so much pressure on Deontay Wilder that Deontay Wilder forgot how to box somewhat and was actually boxing out of instinct and actually boxing to try and keep Tyson Fury away from him. He was trying to find the appropriate distance and range. It's not that Deontay Wilder doesn't know how to box off the back foot, but Tyson Fury applied smart pressure on Deontay Wilder such that he was closing the distance on him, using feints on him, so that Deontay Wilder was forced not only to fight on the back foot, but to close the distance. He did not want to close the distance. He wanted to keep it at a certain range. And Deontay Wilder obviously began slow in fights. He did not expect Tyson Fury to bring that kind of pressure and that kind of pressure throughout the fight. Deontay Wilder, like I said before, was trying to weather the storm and wait for Tyson Fury to slow down. I do believe Wilder was trying to wait through the fight so that he could get the fight back at his natural pace and rhythm, so that now he could start to apply his pressure on Tyson Fury. But Tyson Fury took that away from him, and he did it by occupying his right hand. So I'll explain to you what Tyson Fury did, but let's go back to what we're talking about concerning the gloves. Because gloves alone would not allow Tyson Fury to beat Deontay Wilder. It was strategy. But Tyson Fury used, he tried to get every advantage he could, and one of them was punching Deontay Wilder with his bare knuckles. And he did it in a very crafty, clever way. That is, he couldn't change the glove. The commission had to approve the gloves, but he did this in both fights, by the way, against Deontay Wilder. He changed his position of his hand in the glove. Now, let me show you something. Because a lot of people were saying that Tyson Fury, first of all, when he fought Deontay Wilder, If the gloves are extended out, you could damage your wrist or hurt your hand. No, not in the case of these gloves, and I'll show you why. So let me rest down the camera a little bit. Oh, it'll slide. Hope it doesn't slide and fall, otherwise I'll break my camera. Hopefully that stays there. If it doesn't, I have to jump out and try to grab it. Okay, so how do you punch? Now, first of all, okay, we're live. Okay, so usually Tyson Fury does what's called an up jab. His hand is down low, and he'll punch upwards like that. Okay, I'll slow it down so you can see I'm punching upwards and back down. And my arm is at my side. So I punch upwards from there and it's back down, okay? But in this case, he changed his trajectory of his jab so it was faster. And even though, so he was punching from up here, okay? He'd feint, as if you're gonna throw the right, and punch, okay? Now that looked way off because of my camera. So my hand, I actually punched straight at you, but it looked like I punched way out there. It's a camera. I'll punch to the camera, okay? So I feint and then boom, right? Okay. I'll slow it down so you can see. I feint the right hand as if I'm gonna throw it, and then I throw the left hand in slow-mo style. Boom. Got it? All right. This is for the people who don't know boxing. You have to slow it down sometimes. All right, so that's what Tyson Fury did. Now, when you throw a straight shot like this with a floppy glove, the top of the glove will go back like this. As you throw it straight, the top of the glove will fold back this way, so it will look as if he's punching like this. Ha. Okay? That's what will happen. I did lean down a bit. The camera's a little bit low. Anyway, you have to squat. When you're boxing, you have to squat, okay? So, that's what actually Tyson Fury did. And this is the reason why he was so effective and his jabs were a little bit harder and it was cutting Wilder. Because once you're punching with the bare knuckles, bruising to the skin and so on is much easier to do versus punching with gloves. Now, the damage is about the same. That is to say, the force that is needed for a punch and the lever of the punch is what's most important. But superficial bruising is much more when you don't have gloves. Okay, so it's not that Tyson Fury necessarily, even though it did do some work, necessarily was more effective in the strategy against Wilder. Hold on a second. Something just popped up and just completely almost messed me up. All right. Necessarily did something that would hurt Wilder more. His punches still had the same impact, the same force. However, because he's using his bare knuckles, especially in his left hand, I don't know so much for his right hand. Seems as though his right hand also had bare knuckles. Maybe they should have inspected the gloves more. Nevada State Athletic Commission has made this error before. And other commissions with Antonio Margarito didn't check his raps. I don't know if they checked Tyson Fury's raps. Nobody was expecting that because nobody expected Tyson Fury to be a puncher, right? So all of that's why he might have gotten away under the radar. But getting back to what I'm saying, it's not so much that it hurt Deontay Wilder in terms of blunt force trauma, even though because his hand was in a different position, his fist was in a different position, that slapping action that Wilder might have been seen with the glove wouldn't realize it was actually a fist action. Fury actually turning over his fist. And it looked like he's doing this when in fact he's doing this. You get what I'm saying? So, for instance, the first knockdown was a left hook right hand. And that left hook was a real left hook. It wasn't a slapping left hook as it looked there. It was actually a fist that hit Deontay Wilder, turned over fist into Deontay Wilder's chin one way, and then he caught him on the back of the ear the other way, which is what slammed dunk Deontay Wilder into the canvas. So because Deontay Wilder didn't even see the shot, he doesn't even know You understand what I'm saying? How effective it was until the second shot came and really put him down. So he was actually stunned on the first shot. And that's because Tyson Fury cheated. Now, was it a clever cheat? Absolutely. Was it a dangerous cheat? Absolutely. Because bruising, even superficial bruising, could cause a clot on the surface that could lead back to actually somebody dying, especially if you catch them in the back of the ear. So that was a very dangerous thing Tyson Fury did, and it should be investigated. Just because he's not a puncher doesn't mean it shouldn't be investigated. However, having said that, I want to go into the brilliance of Tyson Fury in this fight. I'm not leaving this as a side note. That's a very important point I just made. I'm a very honest guy. I tell you as it is. And I can tell you for a fact Tyson Fury cheated. This is not the first time he's done something like that with gloves. We know about his history of using a steroid to beat Vladimir Klitschko. We know about his binge on cocaine to get speed. We know about his cheating with removing padding from his gloves and sparring. So this is not down Tyson Fury's aisle, and this is something that we really should seriously think about, and actually very seriously pay attention to in the sport of boxing. Just, we don't really like to play around with people using PEDs, and we definitely don't want people cheating to get an advantage in boxing. Having said that, though, Tyson Fury did naturally build up his testosterone count by jerking the hell off, which sounds funny as hell, but really he, again, scientifically was thinking about every advantage he could have against Deontay Wilder. And what I give Tyson Fury credit for, he was not resting. While Deontay Wilder was in his comfort zone with his family and so on, thinking that he could lean on his power to take out Tyson Fury was working like a beast. So, while he did cheat, his win did not come by chance. Okay? And let me just make it abundantly clear. That Tyson Fury would have won that fight, I think, anyway. Would he have beaten down Wilder like the way he beat him down? No. I think that the cheating did help him, but I think he would have still won the fight. Now, why did he have to cheat to do that then? He was trying to be spectacular. He was trying to make Wilder look like a bloody mess. He wanted to bring a big impact to the fans, and he did that. Except that now in aftermath, people are talking about those gloves. And that is a very valid point, because that takes away from his win in some respects. And not only that, but it makes him look like a dirty fighter. All right? The sad thing about it is this guy worked his ass off to accomplish this feat. And it's not something that he didn't do in the first fight. He also did it in the first fight. This is why people say that Wilder really didn't have no excuse. He utilized it very well in the second fight, though. Now, what do I want to say about Tyson Fury? Like I said, BT Sports had a breakdown with his former trainer and also with David Hay. And it's just brilliant what this guy did. There's so many different things he did to take away Wilder's game. It's not that Wilder can't fight off the back foot, and even his former trainer admitted that. It's that Wilder does certain things. And by the way, Wilder, as his former trainer said, that's Ben Davidson. I remember his name now. He said something that was very true. Wilder can box off the back foot and does have fundamentals. All right? But at times, he abandons his fundamentals and just goes right hand happy. And in this fight with Tyson Fury, Wilder was definitely unraveled. He was unraveled. He kept his composure, though. Tyson Fury even admitted this guy was much more composed. In spite of everything going wrong, he kept his composure. And that's something you need to have in boxing. Keep your cool. Even if you can't solve the guy, because a lot of people said he did not solve Tyson Fury, which is true. To the stoppage time, he was starting to kind of figure him out, but he really hadn't figured out Tyson Fury, and it was a lot to figure out, to be honest with you. The things that Tyson Fury did in there, he took away Wilder's game, all right? Wilder needs to use his lightning speed and reflexes to get in, close the distance on you, and land. He also needs to have a particular range to pop his jab. Why Wilder was so hesitant to pop his jab was two reasons. One, Tyson Fury in the clinch was working his jabbing underneath his jabbing and with his right hand, popping it all the time. He was laying shots to underneath. Also, Tyson Fury is a good inside fighter. And so once Tyson Fury got on the inside, he got immediately to work, and it showed his head slot positions and how he get into position in different places as he worked Wilder while Wilder was trying to take a break. It was just brilliant what Tyson Fury was doing. So let me say once again, I'm not taking nothing away from Tyson Fury in terms of strategy, but why the hell you had to cheat? You cheat the first fight, you cheat the second fight. Why the hell are you doing that? Now it's clever. Let me not make it. I'm not gonna. It's illegal, but it's clever that he had his left hand. You know, it appeared that his hand was going a certain way, but it's really his fist was in a certain place. But nonetheless, while it is clever and a way to circumvent the rules, it's illegal. Why do you have to do it? All right, and that's the point that I'm making. Okay, principle is principle. Stand for principle. What's wrong is wrong. And this is just glaring, okay? And it doesn't matter how many people try to defend Tyson Fury on this. You can't defend it. It's wrong. All right? And I'm a Tyson Fury fan. I would love that he didn't do that. He did it, and it's wrong, okay? It's clever. Again, I'm going to admit, it's clever. But it's wrong, okay? So I just wanted to make that point because I think a lot of you guys out there are going to say I'm a Wilder fan or some kind of crazy thing like that, and I'm not a Wilder fan like that. I'm a fan of Wilder, don't get me wrong. But, I'm the guy that predicted twice that Tyson Fury would beat Deontay Wilder. I didn't think he would knock him out. I didn't believe Tyson would. I did see that he was going to come. I did say that don't be surprised if he walks him down and drops him. But I didn't see him stopping him. And I said that over and over. I don't see Tyson Fury stopping Wilder. I don't see Wilder stopping Tyson Fury. I said it over and over and over again. But who knows, man? He stopped him like he said he was going to do. He didn't do it in the second round. He stopped him. And he knew what he was doing in his game to bring that about. But like I said before, go and watch the BT Sports breakdown with Ben Davis and what's the guy's name that I said? Oh, my God. I forgot his name. Former WBA world champion who sparred Wilder and so on. Now, people are talking about Wilder didn't seem like Wilder. That's because Tyson Fury made him not seem like Wilder. He started off, he raced to the center of the ring, and he was bringing pressure from round one. David Hay, thank you, KP from KC. Okay, hold on a second. So, Chris Ariel says, hi, bro. Hi to you, Chris. Much love to you, brother. Tommy Temper says, Coke doesn't give you speed. It's the worst thing to take for sports. Love. Okay, brother. You would know. You are a specialist in that area. So I'll defer to you on that. But I think that cocaine, not crack cocaine, but cocaine is what Amir Khan also uses. Cocaine was what Pernell Whitaker used. Cocaine was what Sugar Ray Leonard used. So I do believe it has something to do with your quick twitch muscles and speed. Because we all know cocaine, is a stimulant. But that's just me. I don't know. I may be wrong. You may have more up-to-date information than I do. Okay, back to what I was saying. A lot of people use cocaine. Even Julio Cesar Chavez, a lot of guys. Okay, Chris Oriel says, most of the times I agree with you, but not on this one. I don't have the sophisticated English to argue about technical stuff. Once again, the footage doesn't lie. You see his fist in the palm of the glove. Trust me. He's boxing, and I demonstrated it so you could see. He's boxing with his fist in the palm of the glove on his left hand. That's just what it is. No, we're not going to try to argue with it. You can try to argue. Like I said before, that area of the glove does not have padding in it. So it's flexible. So the glove can move. And the padding even in that glove didn't look like it had a lot of padding either. So I don't know what to make of that. Maybe it's a puncher's glove. Who knows? I didn't look at the makeup glove. But it's very interesting. That's all I'm going to say about you, Chris Oriel. And you can't disagree. I'm telling you, you can't disagree with me. Because listen, brother, one thing about me, I don't just go with hearsay. All right? I do my homework. So if you want to argue with me, let's go. But I'm going to tell you right now, That's what it is. It's exactly what you saw is what it is. His hand can't make a 110-degree turn backwards and a 200 and something degree turn this way. Nobody wrist do that. You break your wrist. Okay? His fist is in here and the glove is out there. So as he moves this way, the glove does that. As he moves this way, the glove does that. Okay? It's just what it is. You won't see that with his right hand. His right hand has a different action. You can go ahead and check it out for yourself. I'm not trying to lie to you guys. I don't do that. You know I don't do that. Okay? That doesn't take away from the brilliance of his fight. It doesn't take away from the brilliance of his fight and the strategy he had. But he cheated. All right? And he has done this before. He did it against Vladimir Klitschko. He cheated. He cheated against in sparring. This is a guy who has a history of doing these things. Okay? You know, and if you want to get an edge, and this exposes something about boxing. Some of the guys at a higher level, it's not exactly what it appears to be. Sometimes that guy knocks out another guy, and you say, how did this guy knock out that guy? And this guy was, well, the guy probably used steroids. He used PEDs. He loaded his gloves. We don't really pay attention to those things. If you don't pay attention to details, Marcus McDonald was cutting up everybody and damaging people until Floyd was able to find out the man ain't got no fucking padding in his gloves. And nobody's paying attention to that. All right? That's why he's blooding up everybody. Okay? So, as a diligent person with it, listen, when Sugar Shane Mosley was about to face Antonio Margarito, if it wasn't for Nassim Hamed, I think is his name. No, it's Nassim Richardson. If he wasn't paying attention to those raps and checking them out, man, we'd have had a Margarito that's going again in with loaded gloves against Sugar Shane Mosley. You got to pay attention. And just because a guy is not known as a puncher, don't mean that you just pass over things. But somebody was paying attention and watching the fight, and they saw this. And this is just what it is. You can't defend it. It's not defensible. That's why I'm not defending it. All right? I don't defend things that are indefensible. And anytime somebody point me to the light, and this is a credible issue. And they need to look into it for the next fight. Not only that, they need to look into it for all fights. Glove tampering. All right? Make sure that everybody who goes into fight has proper drug testing. These things need to happen in boxing. Okay? And they need to keep it consistent. They can't, one fight they got it in, one fight, no. Keep it consistent, especially at the top level. We need not only an even playing field, but we need people to be alive. Too many people dying in boxing. All right? Now, I said and I maintain it. I thought Mark Breland threw in the towel too early. But you know something? How many of you guys agree with this? Better too early than too late. That's why I'm not down on Mark Breland. It's better Deontay Wilder, the towel was thrown in, than it was thrown in the 11th round or in the 12th round too late when Deontay Wilder can't walk again, can't talk again, because he got hit with one punch too many, or he's being buried. Now, Deontay Wilder, he said it. He would fight to the death. He wasn't playing when he said that. Did he fire Mark Breland? Hell no. You don't fire Mark Breland over that. This man that taught you everything you know. And trust me, Deontay Wilder knows things. And I told y'all again and again, I will say it again and again, Deontay Wilder can box. He just faced a guy who's just better than him in every way, Tyson Fury. All right? And we saw Tyson Fury do it all. Okay? He does it all. If you ask me who is going to be the most dominant heavyweight, will Anthony Joshua be able to beat Tyson Fury? I'm going to tell you, that Tyson Fury and a Tyson Fury is on his game like that Tyson Fury, nobody beats him. Nobody. Okay? It's just what it is. And I've been saying that for the longest while. Everybody knows that. It's because of the man's skill set. I voted against Tyson Fury once, and I was against Vladimir Klitschko versus Tyson Fury. Everybody made me eat my words. I'm not voting against that guy ever again. Not after he just come out of 300 pounds. Remember when Deontay Wilder said, "Get your fat ass down," and we won't fight. Remember Deontay Wilder? Deontay Wilder's a man of his word. And people are saying, answer some questions, please. Let's go. Tommy Temple. Hold on a second. I was talking. I didn't see all of these comments. See, my comments appear and disappear. Let's get back to you guys, because you guys want to talk. All right. So let me get all the way back here, and I'm gonna talk to all you guys. Okay. Chris Oriole says, what I know and being witness is what the gloves is that with gloves it's easier to KO someone. With gloves, it's easier on your hands. It's very true. So you have a point. With gloves on, it's easier to KO somebody, but you can get more damage with the knuckles. And sometimes that damage could be fatal, even if it's superficial. KB from KC says he had more power this time with those gloves. I don't think he had more power. I think that he had a better strategy. He was backing up Deontay Wilder, and he saw that in round number 12. I don't think he really had more power. He had more weight, so he was able to tire out Deontay Wilder. See, the difference here in this fight is he stopped Deontay Wilder from doing what Deontay Wilder normally does from round 1, and he took the fight to him, and then he used his weight against him, and then on the inside, he started working, and Deontay Wilder was trying to catch a break because Deontay Wilder was ambushed. Basically, Deontay Wilder's game plan was not for this fight. That game plan was to seek and destroy, but they didn't expect the guy who they were supposed to seek and destroy to just come hunting for them, to seek and destroy them. They had no game plan for that. And so he was trying to adapt to Tyson Fury's game plan, because it took him off by surprise. And he was trying to ride out the storm and get used to the Tyson Fury's power and get used to Tyson Fury and his style. And he was staying calm, because when you stay calm, even if you get knocked down or whatever, you stay calm, you can think straight. All right? Every now and then he swung a wild shot, but he tried to stay calm, collected, try to figure out what was in front of him, which is the smart thing to do. But he had no answer for Tyson Fury for rounds, many, many rounds, okay? And Tyson Fury took away his jab from him. So he was going an uphill battle. But again, I thought that they should let the fight play out a little bit more. If he got in more trouble, then you could stop it. And he did get in a lot of trouble, but they never stopped it then, because again, they were hopeful. Smash that like button, people. Do I have to tell you to smash the like button? If you like what you're seeing, smash the like button, will you? All right, so Goodfellas Sports TV was talking about how, the gloves shouldn't be an issue because Deontay Wilder didn't make it an issue. Well, if that's the case, then Goodfellas Sports TV, Miguel Cotto never made an issue about the gloves either, right? It took Nassim Richardson. No, you can't come with that. It's dangerous. It's not just cheating, but it's dangerous, and we can't have that precedent for the sport of boxing. Anyway, gotta go do your questions. So let's get to your questions, because Tommy Temple was talking about questions to answer and all of that stuff. So let me try to get to you guys, all right? See here, I'm reading now. Everyone has his way to put his gloves and vendage. Listen. You can't put on your gloves halfway. It's illegal. So don't try to rationalize this. It's just wrong. Let's just all agree that's cheating. All right? And end the day. Because for us to debate whether that's cheating or not is to go into the Trumpian era where we're going to alternate facts and stuff. It's wrong. Okay? See, I call a spade a spade. Do I like Tyson Fury? Do I like his style? Did I say he was the best heavyweight out there? Absolutely. But he did cheat. All right? Just call a spade a spade. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. He cheated. All right? And he's going to have to deal with that. I don't know if the Nevada State Athletic Commission will look at this and review this situation. They didn't do it with Margarita versus Cotto, so I don't expect it to happen. But in the next fight, they need to pull up Tyson Fury on that, make sure he's above board, and box properly. That's all I'm saying. All right, let's go to the next one. Hold on, people. I'm going to get to y'all. He had loose gloves, Chris Oriole says. Possibly. But what I do know is his fist was in the palm area of the glove. That's the most important part. So he was not punching in the padded area. A.A. Buxton and Blunt said, wasn't Wilder's trainer and a member of the commission present while Fury was putting the gloves on? I do not know. When I looked and they turned off the camera, Fury did. Again, This may be after they put on the gloves, because they turn off the camera after that. So they probably put the gloves on, and when the commissioner and those people left, you know, they don't always stay on, and they're about to walk out, that's when they turn the lights off, the cameras off. So we don't know what happened. So again, they may have put on the gloves and it's wrapped it a certain way, but then they turned off the cameras after that. We don't know what happened after that. But they definitely tampered with those gloves afterwards. That's absolutely clear, because they didn't look the same way, right? Chris Ariel says boxing is so dirty that we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, man. It's true. That is true. But I'm just saying, it's about time people be held accountable. Chris Ariel says, I blame Everlast. No, you can't blame Everlast. The gloves were perfectly fine. Do you think that when Maidana had the best fight of his life, he was going to remove padding? He removed padding. It was a puncher's glove, yeah, but then he moved extra padding from it. Of course. Every advantage a guy can take, he's going to take in boxing, legal or not. Answer the questions, please. I did. You talk, man. It's your show. Shout out to you, Chris Ariel, man. Power is an overused and overrated word. Thank you very much, sir. Game plan, exactly. Yes, sir. That's what Tyson Fury brought to, and stopped him. Stopped him. Because how you can wear down a fighter without throwing a punch, right? Mentally and physically. And that's what he did to Deontay Wilder. Boxing Monster. Tommy, I talked to D. Jefferson. Tommy Temper says, yes, Boxing Monster. Tangible Boxing says, Tyson Fury didn't cheat, man. You guys should throw a left hook at the bag someday. Oh, my God. Dude, go watch the video first before you talk, okay? But just don't. Intangible, you've been behaving, you know, strange, to say the least, okay? The crease of his palm was present in the center of his glove. No, it was his fist. You saw his fingers. Boxing Monster, LDBC fairy tales. Listen, dude, if you can't bring facts to counter this, then just shut up. You know, I'm tired of fans who just talk and they're not bringing facts. Bring some facts. Talk about why somebody who has a floppy end of the glove, you know, why punching could be dangerous. Maybe they could sprain their wrists. And I'm going to tell you why that's not the case in this case. Tangible Boxing says, when you're approaching your opponent, you don't always throw shots with your fist leading. You often do it with your fist leading, as when it's thrown straight out. It travels quicker. Again, I demonstrated earlier on. Maybe you weren't there. I demonstrated earlier on why Tyson Fury was able to do what he did, and why even having that extra surface of glove that doesn't have hand in it wouldn't affect his wrist. Okay? So I demonstrated. Maybe you're late for this stream, but I demonstrated it. So not only did I talk about it, but I showed people why it is that he could pull that off. Okay? So, once again, you just came and you're just talking your opinion. That's okay. That's cool. But I'm not talking from opinion. Okay? I'm talking from people in boxing who know boxing, who demonstrate things. And then I'm just demonstrating it back to you. Okay? I don't talk out my ass. Okay? So if you don't respect my opinion, it's okay. But you'll hear it again from professional people. All right? I told y'all that Deontay Wilder could box off the back foot. Ben Davison said that. He acknowledged. He confirmed what I said. He's not the only person that confirmed what I said. My eyes told me the truth. I saw him box off the back foot against Stavern. Against Ortiz in the first fight. He was boxing off the back foot. That's how he counterpunched Ortiz. Okay, he doesn't box off the front foot. That's not the reason why Tyson Fury beat him. I told you, Tyson Fury took the fight to Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder was not prepared for that. Okay? So all this talk about he can't box off his back foot is bullshit. Deontay Wilder throws an excellent jab. He's always been an excellent jabber. The guy who can't box off his back foot is Mike Tyson. And this is facts. Okay? For all you guys who just talk, You just run your mouth. Sometimes you need to just shut up a little bit, listen to other people talk. You know, no disrespect to all of y'all out there. Good to have your own opinion, but some of y'all, your opinion is just as good as a lump of shit. Okay? You're just shitting all over the place. You're not saying nothing that's constructive. All right? This is not about Wilder fanboys. This is not about Tyson Fury fanboys. Okay? These are things that are just facts. Okay? So stop it. You want to come on here and behave like an asshole? Just spare us. Spare us. We're trying to talk boxing. We really are trying. Okay? And we don't have no agenda. So this is coming straight from somebody. I seen what happened. I see what I saw. And then I'm making a comment on it. All right? Ain't nobody in hell that got a wrist that could go all the way back 200 degrees. Nobody's wrist can do that. Okay? Nobody. That's a glove that's flapping because it's extended beyond the point of the hand. So stop with the bullshit. We're not trying to bullshit here. We're not trying to obfuscate to defend Tyson Fury and say, oh, he's clean, he's clean, he's clean. The man hasn't been clean since Klitschko. Okay? He's been exposed. He used a steroid. That's why he was suspended from boxing. That's why he had to give up his titles. Okay? That's why he couldn't defend his IBF. The man removed padding from his punching gloves. The man has a history of cheating. So stop it. Okay? Let's stop with the bullshit. Okay? Now, we're not trying to condemn Tyson Fury only. We know that he's a master boxer. We know that I predicted he would win the fight. I'm not saying that he wouldn't have stopped Deontay Wilder. I'm not saying none of that. All I'm saying is he cheated. It's a principle behind the thing. And don't lie. Stop it. Some of y'all just... I hate when people are just so dishonest. Intellectually dishonest. It's stupid. We trying to enjoy the sport of boxing. There's the good, the bad, and the ugly. I don't like how Goodfellas Sports TV sometimes starts to talk only about the ugly. He doesn't want to talk anything about the good sometimes. And he's trying to show that the sport is so trashy and bad. And why the fuck is he watching it? Okay? So let's try to stay balanced, people. That's what I'm trying to say. You love the sport of boxing? Yes, this dude cheated. But you can also look at the good points of what he did. Don't just wash the cheating under the rug. No, he cheated. Be honest. All right? Just because it's Tyson Fury doesn't mean he don't do no wrong. Okay? So stop it. Stop it. Stop it, fanboys. Stop it, fans. When somebody unfairly has been criticized, we defend that person. But when they're being fairly and critically criticized for something that's true, what the fuck are you doing? You can't defend the indefensible, and this is some shit that you can't defend. I can't defend it. I'm a Tyson Fury fan. Would I love to defend it? I would love to, but it's not. I can't lie, folks. I just can't do it. So Tommy Temper says, intangible, I'm listening to the evidence before I make my mind up. That's a smart, intelligent way to go. All right? You have to look at and weigh all matters before you go and talk. AA Boxing and Blunt says, so after he put the gloves on and when inspected, you think he took them off, removed padding and put his hand halfway in the glove. No, I never said he removed padding. Again, it's clever. It's clever that he put his hand halfway down the glove. I didn't say he removed padding at all. Maybe the gloves didn't have much padding. Nobody's expecting Tyson Fury to knock anybody out. So nobody's going to be investigating his gloves like that. That's what you guys don't want to understand. So he could have gotten away under the radar with whatever. It might have been puncher's gloves. I didn't really look to see what kind of gloves he had on anyway. KP from Casey said, why did Coach Barry Robinson complain about his gloves in sparring if he didn't cheat? There you go. Now, not Barry Robinson, was another guy who exposed that he cheated with his gloves. This man had done it before. Come on, people. It's like, listen, y'all, I don't even know why y'all even arguing this. You need to be honest. You need to be intellectually honest. And a lot of you guys just pick a side. You never examine the facts, and you're just blindsided to everything. And I'm an open-minded guy. I'm not like y'all. And y'all behaving like really stupid, man. You know, some of y'all just behave stupid. And I'm just going to leave y'all alone. And then y'all have the audacity to call people fanboys. KP from KC5 says, we're dealing with facts, no opinion. You know, I mean, dude, in this Trumpian era, assholes going to be assholes. You know, and I'm done with that. Hanson isn't a fanboy. Clearly, I'm not. Maybe I am. I don't know. I'm a fanboy of both. Okay? I don't know. All I know is this. I need to tell the truth, and that's what I try to do all the time. Okay? Whether you guys agree with it or don't agree with it doesn't really matter, because I'm coming from a place where I look at the experts and what they say, and I talk from what they say. And it's so fucking counterintuitive to you dumbass fanboys that y'all can't even reason. So it sounds really strange to you, and then y'all say some dumbass shit because y'all casual ass fans who never boxed a day in your life. And then I'm looking at it befuddled. I'm like, what the fuck is he trying to say? Because that make no sense to me, right? Because I'm talking from a boxing perspective. I keep on saying that over and over, but y'all you never understand what I'm saying. When I say a boxing perspective, I mean I'm talking from somebody who's let's say you're looking at boxing and how boxing is done. I'm not looking at it from a casual fan's perspective. If I'm looking from a casual fan's perspective, maybe I agree with you, right? I'm looking at it from a boxing perspective, but you never understand that. Y'all don't never understand what I'm saying. It's like I'm talking to a fucking wall. So that I come up with these stupid ass discussions, which if a boxer would have heard this shit, somebody been in boxing for a long time, they'd be either laughing or they stoops and they shake their head and walk off. Because they know you don't understand the world of boxing. The world of boxing is not like a civilian's lifestyle. We sit down, we watch TV, we move around. A fucking boxer be knocking people's head off. All they thinking of doing is hurting people, okay? Totally different lifestyles. Kind of like if you've been in the military, you know what I mean. Military lifestyle is not civilian lifestyle. It just isn't. Okay, it's a different world. So from a boxing perspective, it's a different world to a fucking civilian's perspective. Because you're going in there and doing criminal actions. You're doing things that society tells you you shouldn't be doing. Okay? So it's a totally different way of approaching things. It's about beating down another human being and challenging yourself at the same time. Okay? And it can be mental beating down somebody. That's what you guys just don't get. Who was it that was talking? Skip Bayless, the biggest distractor. I'm gonna mention his name again. The biggest distractor of Floyd Mayweather said Floyd Mayweather is the greatest strategist he's ever seen. He said he's the greatest strategist he's ever seen. That's a big compliment, man. And he's seen Muhammad Ali. He's seen everybody. And he said, whether you guys think I hate Floyd or not, this guy will mentally beat you down in a manner in which, whether it's in the fight or outside of the fight, he's going to mentally beat you down with his strategy. And you're not going to be able to get the better of it. He said that. Skip Bayless. I'm quoting Skip Bayless, of all people, when he was talking about Floyd Mayweather being the trainer for Deontay Wilder. Okay? As I said before, Mark Breland's good enough. That's why I don't think Wilder should fire Mark Breland. Hell no. Mark Breland taught him everything he knows. Or at least a lot of what he knows. JD has been there from the beginning. But I mean, Mark Breland's a hell of a trainer. Hell of a trainer. Now, he might need some defense to counter Tyson Fury's defense, but they can't teach him a whole set of stuff. They got to teach him like one thing. Or something that he already does that he wasn't doing in the fight that he needs to do more of. That might be the best way to go about it. George Groves and Jeff Mayweather both said the gloves aren't on properly. Yeah, I mean, it's super fishy. I mean, come on now. All right, so that's just what it is. You know, KB from KC again, giving information. These are just facts. This is what the guy said. Okay, they're not. It's not opinion. This is not subject to debate. He wore Everlast MX gloves, so they're puncher's gloves. They're horsehair gloves that tend to shrivel up when you throw it. There you go. Perfect. So they were not going to be looking at his gloves. Therefore, it would be more floppy. Muhammad Ali wore horseshoe gloves, and the same thing is present in his gloves. Yes, I know. They are puncher's gloves. Okay? This is why they are flopping around like that. Tommy Temper says, whoops, low. That's the point. You get it, Tommy Temper? So that's why the gloves flop around. Now, if he was using the gloves that a little bit more tight, like the gloves Canelo uses, the power lock gloves, which is what Floyd Mayweather made Marcos Maidana wear. Marcos Maidana, I think, was also supposed to wear Everlast MX gloves. They had him wear power lock gloves. They're more padded, so they're firmer gloves. So what happens? You can't put your hand halfway into a power lock glove. You can't. You'll damage your hand. You gotta go all the way up into the glove. They call them pillows, but Canelo uses them. And with the horsehair MX puncher's gloves, they're softer. So that's why they flop around, because they have less padding in them. So when he put his fist into the palm area of that glove, it wouldn't put resistance on it. And as I said before, when you're punching with those kinds of gloves, the glove would flop back. So that's why the glove was flopping around like that, especially in his left hand. His right hand, it was fitted in the way how it normally is fitted in. Okay? Again, you haven't said anything that discounts what I'm saying. Fury is more skilled than Wilder, yes. But power, no. Of course not. He's not more powerful than Wilder. We know that already. Wow. Ben Davison thinks Wilder can box off the back foot. No wonder Fury fired him. Fury didn't fire him. Fury wanted a more aggressive style. Boxing Monsters laughing, which, again, you guys are just, it is what it is. KP from KC says Davidson's a good. Davison was breaking down the fight. That's why you got to go watch it on BT Sports. He's showing you what Tyson Fury was doing. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, these guys are laughing. Again, it shows you how ignorant they are and stupid they are. Because you're casual. You're talking from a casual perspective. You're not, you know, Ben Davison is a strategist. Okay? And Ben Davison said that Wilder boxed off the back foot against Ortiz. He boxed off the back foot against several fighters. Okay? Several fighters had him walking down. Stavern, etc. Right? So obviously, and how he catches these guys is always by a counterpunch. Wilder catches guys with counterpunch, get them in trouble, and then he goes on the front foot. Those of us who know boxing know this. So the fact that, you know, guys like Intangible would say such, again, to people in boxing, Intangible is an asshole. You know, Intangible don't know what the fuck he's saying. Okay, we just look at him like, okay, we don't need to listen to that guy, and we just move on. All right. But for people who are casual fans, they'll be like, yeah, Intangible's right. And that's the dichotomy that we deal with. We deal with people who are into boxing, talking from a boxing perspective, and then we have assholes like Intangible who talk like casual fans. And we just get tired of hearing them talk. Because they do this, but they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Okay? And every now and then they get their ideas, they come correct and they get their ideas right. Because this is the same Intangible. Anyway, forget about it. My point is that Ben Davison is a great trainer, as we all know, and he's actually added another guy to his stable. Josh Taylor is now joining him and being trained by him. So if Ben Davis don't know what the fuck he's saying, and he's the guy that really got Tyson Fury to win the first fight, and this is a Tyson Fury who was weak, okay? The man lost a host of the weight. Okay, and all this shit. And basically, he won the first fight, right? He won like the majority of the rounds, right? Wilder was happy to he was lucky to get a draw. If this dude, Ben Davison, did that with Tyson Fury, but he don't know what the fuck he talking about. He really don't know boxing. I don't know what the hell to say. You know what I mean? It is what it is. We got assholes out here. Like I said before, they're looking for brownie points. They're looking for casual fans to confirm them. We not into that. We into boxing, okay? We the real boxing fans. We really into boxing, right? If you want to be like boxing librarian, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about in terms of boxing, but you got a lot of history library, you can recall things, then be them. You know what I'm saying? But for the people who actually watch fucking boxing, all right, we watch boxing. Again, I'm gonna say it again one more time. We watch boxing. We don't read about fucking boxing. We don't fucking we don't want to speculate on boxing. We don't just talk out our ass about boxing. For people who actually watch fucking boxing, want to learn about the fucking sport, want to grow in boxing, that's what this channel is here for. Okay. All right, but if you want brownie points, go the fuck away from here and go and get your brownie points with casual ass fans, okay? All right, I'm done talking about that because this motherfucker getting me, he's getting on my nerves now, okay? Because he's talking a whole set of shit that makes no fucking sense, all right? And I do have very little patience with people who carry on and talk a lot of shit that make no fucking sense to me, okay? It don't make no fucking sense to me. All right, maybe what I say don't make no fucking sense to them either, okay? But this does not make no fucking sense to me, okay? And it's annoying me, okay? You're annoying, all right? I'm sorry, people. Usually I try to really just stop and not hurt people's feelings and stuff. And to intangible, I really don't want to hurt your feelings, brother. I could really go into you, but I don't do it. Okay, I don't do it because I try to keep on topic. I try to keep with boxing. Okay, but you're just annoying me right now, bro. You're really annoying me. Okay, I'm trying to talk about boxing. I'm not trying to be. I don't give a fuck about whether I'm a Wilder fan or Tyson Fury. I don't care about that. Okay? I'm really talking from a perspective of honesty. Okay? If you want to make this about Wilder and Fury, Phil, just stop it, man. Okay? Everybody who knows me by now know I'm not really about that. Yes, my theology and my thesis is that boxing as a sport has evolved. That's always been my thesis, okay? I'm biased towards that. But other than that, I really am not attached to any fucking fighter in boxing. I appreciate the science of boxing and even the brutality and the art and the artistry of boxing. I love it. Okay? But I'm not really attached to fighters like that. I really am. Not even Floyd Mayweather. I mentioned him a lot. I mentioned also, what's this other guy's name? Canelo Alvarez. I mentioned these two guys a lot because they have a lot in common. All right? And they also at the pinnacle of the sport of boxing. But if you listen, I ain't trying to defend their ass like that. You know, Canelo with that what's that fucking PED thing, right, from Mexico. I wasn't trying to defend his ass until the WBC came out and said, you know, there's a certain threshold value. And I did my homework and I realized, okay, fine. He might have really taken meat. It's possible, all right. But he's still gonna have a stain on his name for the rest of his career. It's just what it is. All right, it is what it is. So, again, do understand, I'm looking at people who have achieved a lot in boxing, but if they dirty as fuck, I'm going to say they dirty as fuck, okay? It doesn't necessarily take too much away from their achievements because Evander Holyfield cheated. A whole bunch of guys cheated, okay? Tyson, even Mike Tyson cheated, okay? He bit Holyfield's ear off for crying out loud. That's cheating. Come on, people. So, at the end of the day, boxers are not saints anyway, so I don't know why we even... But at the end of the day, so what if he cheated? So what? Okay? He's not an angel. Man, the man masturbates to get his testosterone levels up. Is that a good thing? Hell no. But he did. He's supposed to be a Christian. I'm cussing like a heek of swine. I'm supposed to be a Christian. So come on now. All right? Come on now. Let's grow up. Okay. Stop it. This is not debatable. But if you want to debate it, that's on you. Do it on your own channel or something, because it's not debatable. I mean, I don't understand. Some things are just not debatable, man. You just common sense and I don't even know why people are like that. All right? I don't even know why people are debating something like this. You know, I could understand if you didn't watch the footage or whatever the guy from Canada sent, and then Young Pharaoh went and started making his arguments for, okay? And I thought that Young Pharaoh was a Wilder fan, which he is. And I was saying, oh, discredit the Wilder fans. You know, look at these people making excuses. And then I saw it was a legitimate point. Okay, it was a legitimate point. After that, I had to just say, it is what it is. I didn't even try. I don't try to defend shit like that. Because that's a precedent. If he could get away with that shit, then somebody else can get away with it. And that's a problem for boxing. If you're thinking from a fucking boxing perspective. But if you're thinking from a fucking fanboy perspective, and you want to defend your fan, your idol, then you're not going to think that far. And we must not tolerate cheating like that. If you love the fucking sport of boxing, and not some fucking fighter over it. Alright? I'm just saying. Sorry about the F-bombs, people. I'm trying to stay away from it. But these guys just ticked me off. I actually kind of got angry inside of me because I'm tired. I'm trying to do something positive here. You know, enlighten people, talk about boxing, and dudes who should know better. I'll say some real dumbass shit. Either they're trolling, and I'm trying to tick people off, or they really don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They just don't know. And they're just going down the road talking about shit that they don't know. Okay? Let's go on to something else. So, Manny Pacquiao's opponent. By the way, I'm listening to you guys in the comment section. And let me see here. Damn, Anthony, you roasting tonight. No, I'm just a little bit ticked off. I'm not really somebody who will go into their personal lives and all of that shit. That's why, again, everybody has an opinion to any specific matter. Yeah, but some opinions just don't need to be voiced. Sorry, it's just some of the things are just really dumb. You know what I'm saying? Clenbuterol, yes. Clenbuterol is the thing he found in his and said he had in meat. Okay, and people are going to be skeptical of it to the day they die, and I understand that because the WBC made him franchise champion, and it looked like they try to cover up his shit. I get it, and it looks suspect. So I get it. Chris Ariel says, "Don't lose it, people. Come on." Shaking my damn head. Boxing Master says you're attached to Blair Cobbs. Don't deny it. Who's Blair? I know who Blair Cobbs is now. Yeah. Woo! Blair Cobbs. I got you. Who's attached to Blair Cobbs? Wanking kills testosterone levels. Look it up. Apparently it worked for Tyson Fury. Boxing Master, that's why I have the lowest levels ever. You guys are trolling. Fucking trolls. Alright, back to what I was saying. So, yeah. Manny Pacquiao. So, Manny Pacquiao makes the news again. Legendary fighter. Manny Pacquiao is talking, he said how, you know, he's entertaining the notion of facing either Mikey Garcia or Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence Jr. in the meantime doesn't look anywhere like he's in shape. He got a pot belly. He be throwing shots at the bag. With Derek James watching him with overseeing eyes. So I don't know what to say about it. But I guess Errol's getting back into shape after being very happily eaten and stuff. He's talking about taking no tune-up fights. A Goodfellas Sports TV is saying that Errol is not going to take on Manny Pacquiao. or Terrence Crawford. He's going to go after Danny Garcia. I don't know. Maybe he has intel that I don't have. Goodfellas Sports TV is a great channel to go check out. He has his biases, but for the most part, I like him. You know, he's fearless and he talks the truth, more or less. You know, so I can't remember who it was that introduced me to Goodfellas Sports TV. He lives up in Michigan, but he's a good dude. You know, he's a good dude, and he just says what he got to say. And he was saying nobody's talking about Errol Spence ducking Manny Pacquiao. Call out Manny Pacquiao, and he don't know if he will face Manny Pacquiao. Now, I don't think that Errol Spence will duck Manny Pacquiao. That's my opinion. This is not based on facts or anything. I don't think he's going to duck Manny Pacquiao. I hope he faces Manny Pacquiao next. I hope Manny Pacquiao is ready for Errol Spence, because that's a fight that maybe Errol Spence will prevail in, or maybe Manny Pacquiao. There's lots of questions in that fight, and I think that's what makes it an intriguing fight. Because if you're not on your A game, Manny Pacquiao will destroy you. Just what it is. Because Pacquiao, he don't box all year round. He stays active all year round. He don't box. So when he goes into a boxing match, he knows this is like his one shot, you know, and he goes into it with gusto, and he loves boxing. He has a passion for boxing. Since he's not wearing himself out with great wear and tear in between, in terms of boxing and sparring and all that shit, he can go into it with full gusto and really put his all into it. And I do think that Manny Pacquiao is going to be, you know, now Goodfellas Sports TV said, well, Pacquiao, he needs to have his juice, so they're going to have to have no testing. So he's thinking that Manny Pacquiao would face Mikey Garcia in Saudi Arabia. To Champ's side is talking about how, you know, Pacquiao might take Errol Spence over Mikey Garcia. It's a unification bout versus, you know, just a fight, you know. And some other people are saying, you know, Manny Pacquiao, what does it do for his career facing Mikey Garcia? I think Tory is one of the guys, Tory Brown. Shout out to Tory Brown. We were saying, what does Mikey Garcia do for Manny Pacquiao's legacy? Honestly speaking, though, Mikey Garcia's been on the radar to face Manny Pacquiao for the longest while. And the president of his company, MP Promotions, he was on the record talking about, you know, they're looking at Mikey Garcia. So it's not like, you know, Pac versus Mikey Garcia is something that you just toss in the breeze, okay? It is a viable option, especially after Mikey Garcia's performance against Jesse Vargas, who everybody's talking about. If you can't beat Jesse Vargas, then what is as good as you? I don't know where people are coming up with that, because Jesse Vargas is a damn good fighter. He may not be quite A-level, but he is a good fighter. Drew with Adrian Broner. You know, drew with his most recent fight, he drew again. So he's a good fighter. All right? But, okay, Mikey's showing he's A-level, right? And Mikey's a smaller guy in there, and he put down Jesse Vargas, knocked him down. And a legitimate knockdown. It wasn't like a flash knockdown where Manny Pacquiao knocked down Jesse Vargas. No. This was a beat-down knockdown. Mikey showing he still got the pop, he got the power. What I think of the Errol Spence fight, I think that's a good fight for Pacquiao right now, because Errol Spence coming off that injury and the fact that he's not even in shape, and he's trying to get back into shape now for July. It's a lot. July is a ways away still. March, April, May, July. So he's got some time to get back into shape. And Errol Spence is a difficult challenge for anybody. So, you know, if Pacquiao takes the Errol Spence fight for the unification, big props to him. Big props to Pacquiao. He got big balls. He's going for broke. He's going for big. The other thing is, according to Eddie Hearn, Manny Pacquiao's contract is up. So, why is this important? Why am I talking about Manny Pacquiao at this time? Well, why not? He's relevant. He's the biggest draw in the welterweight division, and everybody wants to fight him. I mean, who wouldn't want to face Pacquiao? Okay? Now, even though Goodfellas Sports TV is talking about Errol, not wanting to face Pacquiao at this time, honestly, Errol been calling out Pacquiao, so I would be surprised if Errol don't want to face Pacquiao at this time. That would be surprising to me. But we have to watch and see how Errol does. If he gets back into full shape, I think he will. He's got a lot of rest. His body got a lot of rest to heal back and restore. So it's about just getting into the grind again, getting back into shape, seeing how he deals with, if everything's firing on all cylinders with his body. And we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But would Errol bypass an opportunity to face Manny Pacquiao? Are you kidding me? That's an opportunity of a lifetime, and it's not going to come back because Pacquiao, his career is almost to the end. So obviously, Errol will go for it, for the money, for everything. All right. So I can't see how Goodfellas Sports TV could say that Errol would turn down a Pacquiao fight or not want to face Pacquiao. That would be the most dumbest thing you could ever do in your life. That's a legend. You get that legend on your resume, win, lose, or draw. Keith Thurman's got Pacquiao's name on his resume. He got it. He got beat by split decision. Oh, hell no. Keith Thurman got that. Okay? That's forever with Keith Thurman's legacy. He might have gotten beat by Pacquiao. Some people argue he won the fight, so it's good enough. Okay? Everybody want Pacquiao. Everybody. Terrence Crawford, everybody want Pacquiao. Okay? Does Mikey deserve Pacquiao more than all them other guys? Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman rematch, Sean Porter, Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, Kell Brook, the who's who, Ugas, a lot of people want Pacquiao, okay? Everybody want Pacquiao. He's a cash cow. So, no, I don't think that any one of them guys, them young guns right now, would turn down a fight with Pacquiao. Nobody. All right? If Pacquiao said tomorrow, Errol, I want to fight you next. Let's make that deal happen. Do you think Errol will turn that shit down? Fuck no. I guarantee you, he's going to jump for it. That's the fight he wanted, okay? So, Manny Pacquiao, taking on Errol Spence would be a great, great fight. And there'll be a lot of questions on Errol Spence's side. And then there'll be just one or two questions about Pacquiao. Is he too old? That kind of thing. It's a good fight. And because of the uncertainty of Errol's health, we wouldn't really know. We can't definitively say, oh, Errol beat Pacquiao or something like that. And then Errol struggled with Sean Porter. And Pacquiao is much more accurate than Sean Porter. Has a little bit more pop, too. Maybe not as big and strong as Sean Porter, but definitely has more pop. So it would be a very interesting fight, Errol versus Pacquiao. Especially with Errol coming back after the crash. That would be a hell of a story. And if it's any time for Pacquiao to get Errol, it's now. So, if Pacquiao is trying to chase after Errol, that would be the greatest thing ever. That's a fight I would love to see. Okay? Then it talks about Pacquiao versus Terrence Crawford and Pacquiao versus Mikey Garcia. Out of all of them, which one would you like to see Pacquiao face? So it's up to you. I'll put a poll out there. Who would you like Pacquiao to face? Is it Terrence Crawford? Would it be Errol Spence? Or would it be Mikey Garcia? Me personally, I don't care. I have no preference. Because I know Pacquiao will handle the stories in all those fights. So I'm not worried about Pacquiao. Some people are worried, Pacquiao getting wrecked by Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence. I just don't see it. Again, coming from a boxing perspective. Quick hands. Quick feet. Yes, he'll slow down in the middle of rounds. Might take some punishment. But at the end of the day, this dude is regenerative. And I don't see him getting hurt bad by any of those guys. And it's even Errol Spence, because he's got quick hands, quick feet. Quick hands, quick feet. Now, Errol might be able to cut off the ring for him, but would he be able to nab him down in the corners? I don't know. Terrence Crawford's a smart boxer. I can see him adapting to Pacquiao eventually. Getting used to the speed, the quickness, and the weird angles and shit. But Pacquiao's a lot more patient, so it's tricky. It's tricky, Terrence gets hit too much, and he engages too much. You can't do that with Pacquiao. He put you on your ass. And it's not necessarily the hardest shot. It's just a shot that you're not going to see because he throws combinations so fast. He's kind of like Andy Ruiz, except he got quick feet too. He's kind of like Lomachenko, except not as textbook, okay? So Pacquiao's not somebody you just mess around with like that, okay? You got to be on point from the opening bell, and you better dictate from the opening bell. Otherwise, he's gonna run ruction on you. So, and he'll make you think you dominated, and then all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. Now Pacquiao, everybody thinks he's on the juice. Maybe he is. Maybe he is. I can't say. He's never been caught. But what they need to do is random blood and urine testing. They need to drug test him. Make sure he's in line. But Pacquiao calls the shots because he's the A side for all them fights. So I don't know what to say. If you want to fight with him, you might have to depart with the drug testing. You know, he calls the shots, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people said, you know, man, this dude look like he on the juice. He might be. I can't say. Right? And I like Pacquiao. I do. I like him. But you just never know with these guys. I'm being honest. How did Fury... Did he do that? Shout out to Did he do that? How did Fury cheat Wilder, fanboy? Need to stop winging and crying. Hey, see? This is what I'm talking about. I'm going to leave that dumbass alone. Chris Oreo. Arrow should take a good rest after the accident and fight Manny? And parting how high does? Hell no. Listen, man. I'm not Errol Spence's mama or his papa. Okay? If the man make up his mind he want to fight Manny Pacquiao, I don't see why he shouldn't. He should go for it. He's in the hurt business. He's in the fighting business. He's a fighter. So, you know, thank God he didn't have no broken bones, none of that shit, and he healed back pretty good. Okay? Why wouldn't he take a fight with Manny Pacquiao? If he's a clean bill of health, you going on in training camp, you're testing yourself, hell yes. Get right back on it. Immediately. Wilder's doing an immediate rematch with Tyson Fury. A lot of people advise him not to do that. No. You go ahead, you go back to Tyson Fury, you regroup yourself, you're good at certain things. You add some elements to your game, you learned from the last fight, and you go back and you do it again. Anthony Joshua did it. Everybody advised Anthony Joshua should take another fight in between. No, he went straight back at Ruiz. He was back in the gym working hard. Wilder should be back in the gym working hard too, and he should get ready for the Fury fight. Learning what he learned against the Fury fight, he should know how to develop a game plan so that he can be ready for Fury, whether he comes on the front foot or the back foot. It's really that simple. It's not like, look, my people. I think a lot of you guys want to babysit fighters. They're fighters. You're not a fighter. They're fighters. That's what they do. Every day. Go in the gym. Box, punch, box, block, defense. All that. That's what they do every single day. That's all they do. Whooping their ass. Beating, punching. That's all they do. Okay? So, why are you worried for them? They're not worried for themselves. They know what they're doing. They're in control of their situation. If the man wants an immediate rematch, give the man an immediate rematch. Okay? Let's stop with it. We don't need to protect these fighters. Okay? We don't need to protect them. Okay? And I admire that. I admired it with AJ. I admire it with Wilder. Okay? Come on, man, people. I heard trainers and so on saying the same thing, so I understand where you guys are coming from. You're trying to use a common sense thing, you know, then build himself back. It could wreck his career. Blah, 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 blah. But Anthony Joshua did it. Why can't Wilder? Okay? And Anthony Joshua showed us something. He could box off the back foot. Okay? We never seen that with Anthony Joshua. And he proved that he could do something extra. What will Wilder show us? That probably we never seen before because he, you know, makes adjustments. Who knows? We'll see. Did he do that? Says Pac is fighting Mikey. Maybe. We'll see. Did he do that? Says Spencer Crawford. They need to stop ducking each other and stop going after a 41-year-old man, Pat. You can't stop them from getting the cash cow. If they want to chase the cash cow, they chase the cash out. Did he do that? Says Mikey is bigger than Pat. What more do you need? I'm not quite sure what you mean. You mean size-wise? Did he do that? Says Spence is a 140-pounder They want a Pac to get into the ring with big and strong dudes. So what? He did it with Keith Thurman. What are you talking about? Pac-Man don't care. He been fighting big guys all the time. KB from Casey said Pac-Man fought Margarito, so stop the excuses. Exactly. Hopkins got in with Kovalev and Pascal and also Dawson. Yep. Talking about cheaters. Chris Oriel says, then urine and blood test for Manny 24/7. I hear you, brother. I hear you. Chris Oriel says, Adrian didn't crash his car against a wall. His car. Wilder didn't either, so what's the problem? Are you talking about Errol? Hey, man, we'll see in time, if Errol got brain damage or whatever. But in the meantime, this is what the guy's livelihood is. He wants to get back to boxing. He miraculously got out of that car accident. So, no broken bones, nothing. So if I was Errol, yeah, man, I'm going back to it. I'm going back to the drawing board. I'm doing what I do. I do what I love. Why would I stay away from the game for a whole year and stuff? What does that do me? How does that help me? No way. He got enough rest. He's now going into a training, and they'll monitor him and see how things go, and we'll know. But why should he turn down a fight with Manny Pacquiao? If you're going to fight Danny Garcia, because this is what they're saying, he's going to fight Danny Garcia, that's as dangerous a fight. Danny's a hard puncher too, so what's the difference? And that's the same. Pacquiao is 41 years old, and when he was 40, he was beating the ass off of Keith Thurman. This dude at 41 is probably better than some 20-year-olds. So what's the problem? I mean, it's a living legend. He's the cash cow of the division. Why wouldn't you want to face him? I mean, that's just to make no sense. And you never know. He might beat your ass too. So yeah, come on, fans. Stop trying to protect fighters, man. This is what they do. They fight. That's what they do. They fight. All right. I heard people talking about also. I'm gonna go into the next topic in a minute. I heard some people talking about how that Manny Pacquiao is old and all that stuff, and I was going to say something else. I can't remember what it was. I forgot my thought. Yeah. It'll come back to me. Chris Ariel says Danny is equally dangerous. Yes, Danny Garcia got a heavy punch. He's got a heavy punch. So, I mean, it is what it is. Styles make fights, right? Okay, so when you look at the potential opponents of Manny Pacquiao, what do they bring to the table that makes the fight interesting? Mikey Garcia is a counterpuncher, so that makes the fight interesting. Errol Spence is a go-getter. It's a style that feeds into Pacquiao's style. Pacquiao likes you to come to him. But Pacquiao's a counterpuncher, right? So, it could work in Pacquiao's favor, Errol Spence's fight, depending on what Errol Spence wants to do. If Errol Spence wants to stalk Manny Pacquiao, could play into Pacquiao's game. If he's going to sort of kind of box Manny Pacquiao, kind of something like what he did with Mikey Garcia. Again, it might work in his favor. It depends on how he mixes it up in the fight. Pacquiao, on the other hand, Pacquiao is a very quick fighter. He's got quick feet and quick hands. He's fast as well. So that it's going to be tricky negotiating Pacquiao, especially initially. You can't prepare for Pacquiao, as everybody knows. But there are certain things that Pacquiao does that indicates what he wants to do. Now, Errol can sort of get a beat on that early in the fight and dictate the fight pretty early. It could be Errol Spence night. Do I think he'll stop Pacquiao? No, I don't think so. That's just my opinion. It's not based on any. It's just an opinion. It doesn't really carry that much weight. But it's a fight that both guys can win. A lot of people say, oh, Pacquiao he don't stand a chance against Errol Spence. I just don't see it that way because Pacquiao's not that kind of fighter who just stands there and takes punches in front of you. He does never do that. So he's going to be quite a difficult task, I think, for Errol at first. But as the fight progresses, Errol's going to have more opportunity to read Pacquiao better. Now, it could be something else. It could be something totally different to what I'm saying. So you just never know with boxing. Got some people coming through here. Okay, Joe Estrada. Shout out to Joe Estrada. Tyson didn't cheat. We already went through that, so I'm not gonna go into more detail on that. Chris Oriel says Danny has more talent than it seems. Not only talent, but he has more skills. I think it's skill. He does have talent as well, but his skill is. Chris Oriel says timing. Yeah, he has very sweet timing. Again, skills. He was trained to do that. Intangible Boxing says Manny is wild. He could get stopped by Danny. Yeah, because Danny is a counterpuncher, so I could see what you're talking about. But I think that Manny Pacquiao is actually not that, because Keith Thurman was banking on that. Pacquiao is actually a lot more wily and a lot. His veteran experience. He's a lot more careful with how he boxes now. He's not as wild as he used to be. Chris Oriel says Danny has eyes and good timing. Oh yeah. He sees what you're doing and he reads the play and yeah. JB says is Fury cheated? 99% of champions have cheated to get world titles, including Muhammad Ali versus Henry Cooper. Come on. Yeah, they use smelling salts in the corner when you're not supposed to use smelling salts. In the Henry Cooper fight where Henry Cooper knocked his ass the fuck down with a left hook. That's true. That was the first fight, right? Intangible Boxing says Manny will destroy Mikey. Mikey can't get Manny's respect, although I would say that Mikey probably won't get stopped in that fight. I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't know about that. He's a counterpuncher, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Counterpunchers do very well against Pacquiao, including Keith Thurman did very well. JB, I can name 100 title fights where you could say someone cheated. And that doesn't make it right, brother. JB says Danny is one-dimensional but trains hard. He is not skillful. Oh my God. I had to laugh because it's just funny. I'm not going to say anything about that. I'm just going to leave that alone. See, this is the thing. Fight fans express their opinion. What is it based on? Like, how can you say that? I can show you 100 different things Danny Garcia does that shows he's skillful. Do you even know what fucking skill means? But I'm going to leave that alone. I'm just going to leave it alone and just laugh. Because it's a good joke. Intangible Boxing says Mikey has a nice chin. Yeah, he's got beard. JB says, name 2 greats Danny beat. 2. You serious? Is this guy serious? Oh my God. You serious? You ever heard of a guy named Eric Morales? You ever heard of a guy named Eric Morales? That's 1. Have you ever heard of Zab Judah? That's 2. I can just go on and on and on. I don't understand you people, man. That's 2. I'm going to leave it right there. You asked me to name 2 greats. Stop it. Both guys are in the boxing, going to be in, but one is not in the Boxing Hall of Fame yet. Oh, is he? I can't remember. I don't know if Zab's in the Boxing Hall of Fame or not. I think he stopped boxing just recently, so he's not in there yet. Chris Oriel says Mikey has a brick as a head. Okay. Name 2 greats Danny beat. Name me 2 Hall of Famers Danny beat. No joke, bro. Facts. Yeah, Intangible boxing. Mikey also lacks Keith's feet and looks like my uncle at 147. JB, I'm deadly serious. What is that looking like your uncle have anything to do with? Boxing's not about muscles. Anthony Joshua got knocked out by Andy Ruiz, man. I'm deadly serious. Morales was old and washed up. You asked two greats, dude. It is what it is. They are two greats. That's just what it is. Chris Ariola says intangible. JB, name a third. Chris Ariola, Matisse. Name a live guy he beat. Khan. Khan is not a Hall of Famer. Not at present, he's still active. You can't be a Hall of Famer and you're active. Intangible boxing says Zab is borderline Hall of Famer. He going down in the Boxing Hall of Fame, just like Shane Mosley. JB, Chris, you're saying Khan a legend? Come on. Chris Ariola, no. Intangible boxing. But Danny does have a smoke and mirrors resume. He beat a lot of past their prime fighters. JB love this, bro. JB, Shane Mosley in Boxing Hall of Fame. Boxing Hall of Shame. No, he's actually in the Boxing Hall of Fame. Literally. He got inducted. Again, I don't know what you guys, I don't know. You guys just trash fighters. Like, you don't really love the sport of boxing. What you really love is yourself. And then you're in love and you want to fuck certain fighters. We're not really interested in that. I'm not like you. I'm not a pessimist like that. Like, I really respect fighters. But I'll be brutally honest at the same time. You know? When I even talk about past greats, I say they're a hell of a boxer. They're hell of fighters. And I showed in some of my videos how brilliant they were. But just because I point out their flaws don't mean I think like you do. You like to down fighters and trash them. I show their insufficiencies only for a point. I tried to show that if I was like you and I was an asshole like you, downing the present fighters like how I'm downing the past fighters, how much you guys would say, I'm a hater. So what the fuck are you? You know what I'm saying? You're a fucking hater because you're hating the present fighters. You're calling Danny Garcia, you're trashing Danny Garcia. This man is a 2-divisional world champion, unified fucking world champion at 140. But you have the audacity to trash the dude. So if I go in on Sugar Ray Robinson and I actually pull up fucking facts unlike you, okay, then y'all say I hate the past greats. Well, what the fuck are you doing to the present greats? Just saying. Sword goes both ways. And the only thing is I'm justified in what I'm saying and you're unjustified in the shit you be saying. How the fuck did Eric Morales become WBC world champion? In his 4th motherfucking weight class. But he was done and over and past his prime. He fought him when he was a fucking champion, you asshole. Twice. Yeah, Eric Morales was caught using clenbuterol. The Mexican drug. You could say he beat him at the end of his career and it was his last fight. You could say that. But your excuse of he was old, what the fuck was he doing being a world champion if he was old? What are you going to say about Bernard Hopkins when Sergey Kovalev beat his ass? He was old too? Get the fuck out of here with that shit. What about when Muhammad Ali beat Sonny Liston? He was old too? Get the fuck out of here with that shit. See, you don't stay consistent. And that's why, for me, understanding the sport of boxing, I look at you fans as fake. And if I really was to get in a discussion with you, I'd probably put hands on you. I slap you around because you're so stupid with your comments. And I understand why boxers don't engage with fans on that level. They laugh it off. And then some of the stuff they talk is just counterintuitive to the fans. Oh, the pressure that must be on you. I listen to the stupid Satan's reporters say over and over again. The pressure that must be on you to live up to the legacy of the fans. Boxers don't think like that. They don't think like that. They're not thinking about what the fans are thinking. They're not even thinking about what their opponent is going to do. They're thinking about what they should be doing. They think about their game, what they are supposed to be doing. That's why you hear a boxer say, he need to adjust to me. I don't need to adjust to him. He need to think about me. I'm not thinking about him. It's not being proud and biased. It's about working on your game plan. You leave the strategist to work on, the opponent's flaws and what they see on tape. You as a boxer, some boxers study tape, like Timothy Bradley, etc. But most boxers not worried about what the other guy's doing. They're going to find out that in the ring. It's called making adjustments. And now you hear boxers talk more about it. But if you listen to the great Sugar Ray Leonard back in the day, and I call him the great Sugar Ray Leonard out of respect, he also said the same thing. This ain't nothing new. Floyd is unbeatable. That's bullshit. He's beatable. It's just hard to beat him. See, I'm not a Floyd Mayweather fan like that. Of course the man is beatable. Everybody's beatable in this world. It's not going to be easy to beat him because he prepared so well for every single fight. And he took everything, some people even say he cheated. He do. If you look at the guys who do really great in sports, they take nothing for granted. When Usain Bolt was at the peak of the game in racing, he took nothing for granted. Michael Jordan took nothing for granted in basketball. He trained harder than everybody else. He outworked everybody. Kobe Bryant outworked everybody else. When they was resting or chilling on their laurels, they were working. You gotta outwork everybody. Because boxing is not something that's handed to you. You have to work for the motherfucker. You want boxing to treat you good, you better work your ass off. That's how these guys stayed at the top of the sport. You know why Sugar Ray Robinson lost to Jake LaMotta? Not because he's a worse boxer than Jake LaMotta. He let his foot off the gas for 1 second. Everybody make the excuse. Oh, Jake LaMotta outweighed him by so many pounds. That's a fucking excuse. That's a fucking excuse. Because he beat him the next fight. And it still was a big weight difference. He beat him the next fight. You know that was some bullshit? He didn't come on his A game. Y'all gotta be real. It's boxing. It's boxing. Lennox Lewis got beaten by 2 guys he should never have been beaten by. Didn't come with his A game. Because boxing is more than just what you see in the ring. That is fight night. That is performance night. That is showcasing night. That's entertainment night. They all say that's the easy part. What do they tell you? You got to prepare for everything. Everything in boxing. Getting cut, whatever. Every situation. You got to prepare for every situation. You constantly have to get better. I was listening to, who was it? Devin Haney. Great interview. You guys should go check it out. Devin Haney was saying, they asked him, would this be a great learning experience for you if you had to step up fight with, what was it? Who was the fight we're talking about? It's Ryan Garcia, one of them. And Devin Haney said, every fight you learn something. Every fight you learn something. throughout your entire career. Every fight you learn something. Because you're facing different people, different styles, different mentalities, different attitudes, different approaches. Every fight you learn something. Because no two people are a carbon copy of another person. Even if a guy's using a certain style of fighting, he does it in his own way. Every fight you learn something. I remember in The Matrix, which is a movie, they say you don't truly know someone until you fight them. You know, I just have nothing really to do with boxing, but I'm just saying. You know? So, you know, I'm just saying. You guys just talking like plenty, man. You guys really talk. I thought I could talk. You guys talk a lot. Shit, y'all said a lot of things in the last couple of minutes. Oh my God, I've been talking for an hour and 30 something minutes. This is some fucking talking. Anyway. If you fight everyone, you lose sooner or later. Yeah, of course. At some point in time, you're going to get old. And you're going to get your ass beat. That goes without saying. JB says, I love Shane, top guy, but I got high standards. He's amazing, but to me, a bum. If you calling Shane Mosley a bum, oh my God. And Danny Garcia a bum, I don't know what to say. There's no way them guys is bums. No way in hell. If you fight everyone, you're going to lose sooner or later. Absolutely. You're going to get old. You can't fight forever. You need for at least current Hall of Famers to be anything. You need for at least current Hall of Famer to be anything. Chris Floyd never lost. I mean, okay, he never lost, but he didn't fight. He's not fighting right now. There's a reason he's fighting. He's not fighting right now. He was old, man. Danny isn't the present great. He's a good fighter, just like I don't think Jose Ramirez is a modern great. Which Jose Ramirez? There's a lot of Jose Ramirez. Who are you talking about? You know there's a Jose Ramirez at light heavyweight, right? Are you talking about the super lightweight Jose Ramirez? I mean, the super lightweight Jose Ramirez hasn't done what Danny has done, hasn't faced the guys that Danny has faced. So you can't call him a modern great. But Danny, oh fuck yeah, he is. And you stupid? That's why we mentioned his name. Huh. Good God. JBO, Floyd is unbeatable. No, he's not. He's a human being just like everybody else. He can be beaten in boxing. It's just hard to beat him. There's some things I say, and I always say, and I maintain. I said that Floyd is, I never said Floyd is unbeatable. I never said that. You'll never hear me say that. JB, punched Kovalev in the balls. Come on, JB. JB says, Sonny Heron addict and paid off the Mafia to lose. Nation of Islam paid Sonny off. You believe that shit? Intangible says, Eric Morales beat Pablo Cesar Cano for the vacant WBC belt. He was a paper champion. I guess Sugar Ray Robinson's the paper champion too for beating Tony Bell for the vacant what was it? I think it was NYS. Was it the NBA belt or the NYSAC? I think it was the NYSAC belt. What you saying? He was a paper champion too? Come on, man. Chris Oriol. Morales is the definition of skills and balls. Yep, that's true. Chris Oriol, to me, of course. Yeah, he was skills and balls. That's true for sure. Chris Oriol, feint upper and land the right. Sweet. Yeah, feint is if you're going up top and you land the right. Yep. JB, Morales was 60 fights in and had been beat by bums before Danny beat him. Which bum did... Wait. Hold on. Don't tell me you telling me that Zahir Rahim, I think is the guy's name, was a bum. He wasn't no fucking bum. Oh, fuck no. And Manny Pacquiao wasn't a bum. What the fuck you talking about? David Diaz wasn't a bum. What the hell are you talking about, man? Come on, man. Eric Morales got beat by legitimate guys, man. Are you kidding me? Floyd ducked Pac. Okay. But Pac was a drug user on the slide. Chris Oriole, I think you guys are entertaining though. I give you that. Make me laugh. Chris Oriole, I think is the most close to unbeatable. Oh, you mean he's close to being unbeatable? He could get his ass whooped, man. I could think of one guy that would beat his ass, that could possibly beat his ass. Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker. I heard he got the better of him in sparring, but that don't mean nothing. That's sparring. JB says, Usain is pure talent and dedication. Well, that's the point. You don't become top of the game if you're not dedicated. You have to work hard, man. Harder than everybody else. JB says, I love the Jamaican lady Jackie Joyner Kersey and Merlene Ottey. Sexy and fast. The greatest, yeah. But Jackie Joyner Kersey, Jackie Joyner Kersey, yeah, she was good. I don't remember who you're talking about. Tangible Boxing says, the only present greats, in my opinion, are Crawford, Loma, Kazuto Ioka. Okay, that's your favorite fighters, in other words. Donnie Nietes, Roman Gonzalez, Pacquiao, Juan Francisco Estrada, and Canelo. Okay. I mean, if you like them guys, cool. I mean, but you're really paying attention. Danny should be there. Mikey Garcia should be there. Because they're multiple weight champions. Mikey Garcia is going on to his 5th weight class. Try to win a championship in his 5th weight class. Okay? And when you look at the names on Mikey Garcia's resume, he ain't no fucking slouch. Okay? He's beaten undefeated fighters. He's beaten legendary fighters. He's beaten popular fighters. You know, he's gone up weight classes and beaten guys. He's exceeded it because Mikey Garcia is not a welterweight. He's not a welterweight. And he's doing some exceptional things. So, I mean, you can say what you want about Mikey Garcia. He a hell of a fighter. Do you think McCall threw the second Lewis fight? No. JB, I've spoken to Oliver. What do you think? He threw it? No. Chris Oriole, I like Sergio said, fights are won in the gym. Definitely, brother. And beyond the gym, too. It's a lifestyle. You have to have a lifestyle. You really have to be dedicated to the sport. Sean Porter is dedicated to the sport. I know that for sure. Inui, okay. Timofimo is a bad man, too. Bad motherfucker, for sure. Fresh had his own style. Yes, sir, but again, dedicated to the craft. Chris Oriole, ha 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 ha. Chris Oriole, boxing fans, calling fighters bum. Shaking my fucking head. I know, brother. You don't have to tell me. Tangible Boxing says, yes, Sugar Ray Robinson was, but the difference was WRR defended it against ATGs and Hall of Famers, whereas Morales was past his prime and didn't defend it. Dude, I don't know what you're talking about. So, and you only get you only get ATGs and Hall of Famers after the guys have retired from boxing. It takes 5 years for the guys to become Hall of Famers and all-time greats, okay? Eric Morales fought the who's fucking who of boxing. Man, you guys not be... What the fuck? Dude, please, man. Man, you guys just so stupid. Like, really? You gonna try and put down Eric Morales, El Terrible? You really serious, bro? That man's a legend. His trilogy with Marco Antonio Barrera. He fought Manny Pacquiao 3 times. He fought what's that kid name that knocked out at Marco Antonio Barrera, the black dude. Beat his ass, I think it was twice. Fought Jesus Christ. Excuse me. I mean, he fought legend. Go look at Eric Morales' resume. Now, yeah, he fought some old guys who was past it too. All right? Yeah. But look at the Jesus Christ. The last fight of what's this guy? The legendary fighter. He fought that dude. Man, are you serious, man? Come on. Stop with it, man. Stop with it. Stop with it. There's a reason why Eric Morales is considered one of Mexico's greatest fighters of all time. What are you talking about, bro? Like, really? Oh, man. Y'all just, I don't know what's wrong with y'all, man. Listen, stop trashing the present greats. Stop being so pessimistic. Do like Showbiz the Adult and show the pros and the good things about present fighters, man. Y'all just be liking to shit on certain fighters. And y'all can't even do what these fighters done in any way in your own fucking lives. You know where? You're just fucking average. These guys are not average. Okay? And you don't know what it is to be exceptional like that. Okay? Whether it's Danny Garcia, I'm going to talk about the guys who get flack. Whether it's Deontay Wilder, whether it is y'all trashing on Errol Spence, you know, and praising up Terrence Crawford, which I find is just bogus bullshit. Okay? And Terrence Crawford has done a lot in boxing. Don't get it twisted. Came all the way up from lightweight. Did some phenomenal things. But you can't be dumping on Errol Spence and talking about Terrence Crawford, in my opinion, is an all-time great. Get the fuck out of here. All right? If he's an all-time great, so was Errol. Okay? And yes, Terrence has done more, been around, been champion before Errol. But the point is, you can't be trashing fighters because they not your fucking favorite fighter. That's my problem with you guys. Y'all been reality. Y'all not sitting in reality. Y'all in your little fanboy world. Then y'all have the audacity to call me a fanboy when I'm talking about Floyd Mayweather. But I keep it real. I keep it balanced. He's not the greatest of all time. People keep on saying that and say, fuck no. I don't care what y'all say. He's not. I keep it with ring. I'm not talking about how much money he earned. I don't give a fuck about that. I keep it boxing. Is he the best ever? Yes, he has a claim to that 100%. But he will not stay the best ever forever. I told y'all this. But I'm a fanboy. But I'm talking crazy. What the fuck are y'all doing? If you tell me El Terrible is not an all-time great, what the fuck we talking about then? He may not be top 20. He may not be top 10. But for sure, he's an all-time great. What the fuck you talking about? For sure, he should be in the Boxing Hall of Fame. But you talking about, I'm talking crazy. I'm talking crazy because I said Claressa Shields could go 3 rounds with Terrence Crawford. I'm talking crazy. Because nobody can beat Terrence Crawford. He's just separated from everyone. Y'all inflate people too much. You overhype people too much. How many fights has Terrence Crawford gotten people out within 2-3 rounds? How many? Under 3 rounds. How many? I told y'all he's not really a puncher. He a boxer. He break fighters down. Like, I talk to you guys. I give you reasons. Y'all come with some lame-ass shit from the 1990s talking about Lucila Riker, who didn't even fight a boxing match when she got beaten. She's undefeated in boxing. She had to go and fight a kickboxing match where the guy kicked her down. He kicked her ass down. You know, like what you do in UFC? Now we having mixed UFC fights. And Bellator. Why y'all ain't saying the woman are weak in that? I mean, I don't understand. Help me understand this shit. Oh, in UFC, the women can fight with men. Things because they got great legs and shit. Yeah, but the guy who beat Lucilla Riker kicked her ass down. That's how he beat her. She should have won because she got powerful legs, right? I'm just saying. All right, so let me get back to what you guys were saying. Tommy Temper says, I love Pac, but I think he's on stuff. That's probably true. Crawford hasn't proven that he's an all-time great yet. Well, I mean, all I'm saying is what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Chris Ariel says maybe he's been using PEDs all his career, but we'll never know for sure. Is Barrera in the Boxing Hall of Fame? Yes. Morales is an ATG. Sure. I don't take anything away from Pac-Man. Good. Agreed, Tommy Temper. Tommy Temper says that's. Chris, that's not Pac's issue, though. Killing each other with Barrera. Morales was coming from brutal fights. When Pac-Man beat his ass. But he beat Pacquiao the first time, though. Tom Temper says, well, Chris Ariel says, I wish. You wish what? You were talking about Danny beating Morales for the WBC belt. At that point, Morales was shot. He beat Conor for the vacant belt and made no defenses. He wasn't shot. That first fight, he fought Danny. Everybody. In fact, Eric Morales fought. I think he went on to fight. Shit. What is the fucker's name from Argentina who fought Floyd Mayweather and also beat up Adrian Broner? What's his name? Marcos Maidana. He fought Marcos Maidana. They thought he was done, and that motherfucker fought Marcos Maidana. Came back from big old swollen eye and beat the shit out of Marcos Maidana. Almost pulled out the fight. El Terrible was a bad motherfucker, man. He was a bad motherfucker. I think that was after the Danny Garcia fight, or maybe before. I can't remember. What does it matter? He's a Hall of Famer. That's the important thing. Okay. We're almost on 2 hours, folks. Chris, you fight a promoter now? He quit Tommy Temper Love. Intangible versus what you need would be a great fight. Nah, kill Intangible. I don't want to fight him. Tommy Temper, I'm bigger than him for starters. All right, Chris, what happened in fights 2 and 3? Still, you know, I mean, Eric Morales is coming off a loss to, I think it was Zahim Rashid, not Zahim, you know, one of those Muslim names. Dude, forgot what the guy's name was. You guys know who I'm talking about. Destroyed in my dictionary means stopped or KO'd the opponent. Not necessarily. You could destroy a guy by just beating his ass for 12 rounds till the guy, his whole career is over. He never fight again. You could destroy a guy that way too. Accumulation of punishment. Or you could destroy the guy by beating him for 12 rounds and then the guy dies the next day. There's many ways to destroy a guy. You know, because destruction is mental, it's physical. It can be you can inflict, you know, fatal physical damage on an opponent and never knock them out. And then they just slump down at the end of the fight and die. So, you know, that's happened several times in boxing history. A guy has been destroyed. People have been destroyed many different ways. You know, if you think about it, Sugar Ray Leonard destroyed Marvin Hagler. Marvin Hagler never went back to boxing after that fight. He mentally destroyed him. He defeated him mentally. Zahir Rahim, thank you very much, sir. Rahim outboxed Morales worse than Barrera outboxed Morales in the rematch. Thank you very much. 12-round beating is the worst. And it's the worst way to go. I mean, it's the extremist form of punishment. You know, sometimes it's just better you get your ass knocked out one time and just end it. You know. I'll say this, because just a lot of boxing. There's a lot of boxing. Hey, by the way, guys, I will check out Roman Gonzalez Chocolatito versus the dude very soon. I didn't get to watch those fights yet, but you know me, I'll love to see them fights, and I'll watch them and just see what really happened in the fight. And again, I'm not going to downplay Roman Gonzalez either. I just said I didn't watch the fight because I wasn't interested like that. It doesn't mean that Roman Gonzalez didn't do some phenomenal shit. He's done phenomenal shit in boxing. All right, so don't get it twisted. All right, I appreciate what he brought to the game, and I appreciate that a little guy finally became pound for pound #1 in boxing. That doesn't happen every single day. I stay consistent with that. You know, I was calling for too much money, I think, and then this other guy, they brought like a tough challenge for him, but whooped his ass. But let me just say, he a hell of a fighter. Roman Gonzalez is a hell of a fighter. One thing we do know, you put him on the back foot, there's a little bit of problems. Now, it's hard to put him on the back foot, but if you put him on the back foot, that's where he's not the strongest, okay? He boxes a little bit on the back foot, I see, but he's mostly a front foot fighter. He kind of stands in place. You know who else kind of does something like that? Who was it? Some I think it's a European boxer. He don't take a step back at all. And Andy Ruiz is another fighter who doesn't take a step back. He don't really fight off the back foot. You get Andy Ruiz on the back foot, you could probably beat him. But he is a good boxer. Andy Ruiz as well. He can box a little bit. You know who's a guy that can box a bit? Artur Beterbiev. As much as he's strong on the front foot, he can also box off the back foot, which I thought was interesting. Kind of like a Cotto kind of thing. You know. Again, that's why I say I appreciate boxers. I like how different boxers can bring different things. Bivol is very interesting. He's so small for a light heavyweight. He should really be fighting a super middleweight. And he still carves guys up. You know, he carves guys up. He's really with the jab too. How he uses the jab and stuff. Anyways, people, I got one more. Dillian Whyte versus Alexander Povetkin. That fight is on. The guys had the face off and everything. What do you guys think about that fight? What do you think of Dillian Whyte versus Alexander Povetkin? Do you think that Dillian Whyte, what he was talking about concerning Deontay Wilder, carried substance? And do you think Dillian Whyte will finally get his highly anticipated fight for the title, WBC title, finally, at the end of the day? What do you guys think about that? We hear your views on that. I think that the Alexander Povetkin fight is a good fight for Dillian Whyte. I think that, Povetkin came off of a gift decision draw in which he retained his partial title. And I think that, I like to sit down on the ground, so I just sat down on the chair here, and I just love being on the ground. The ground's cooler, and it's a hot day. And if you see me, I'm dressed in full gear, in the pants and shit, and it's just my bare feet that's out there. So this actually feels very comfortable sitting on the ground. There's a fan blowing on me as well. It's hot down here, man. So you wanna kind of chill out, sit on the ground and sit on the chairs where it gets kind of hot. And you can see I'm sleepy still. I'm always sleepy. All right, so back to what we were saying. That's my shoes in the corner there. Because it's just so hot. You just want to take your feet out of the shoes. You know, that's something I want to tell you guys about shoes. You know, your body wasn't made to, your feet especially, because they got sweat glands and stuff, and you breathe through your feet and all of that. And it's actually the bottom, the soles of your feet is where all the different, your lymphatic system and your circulatory system and your nervous system kind of has certain specific points or centers or pressure points for which it relates to all the organs of your body. So your feet actually is a map out of your body. So is your face and other parts of you, your eyes and etc. But your feet wasn't really made to be enclosed. The best thing really for your feet, this shoes thing came as a result of people being in temperate countries and like the Arctic and cold places where they needed to insulate the feet so they don't freeze off. But really for like the tropics, you wear like open toe stuff so your feet could breathe, because otherwise you're kind of suffocating the feet, therefore suffocating your body. So when you feel hot because your feet are enclosed so much, you really should wear shoes. I actually walk around the best way. Oh, let me give you guys a little tip, because I got so much information to share with you guys. One of the things for your health, wake up early in the morning, the first thing you should put into your system is a squeezed rough skin lemon in some water with a pinch of baking soda. Now that's if you guys, this is not just to prevent you from getting disease, but to keep you all around healthy. Your body needs to be somewhat, your blood especially needs to be slightly alkaline, more alkaline at times. And the reason I'm talking to you guys is because, there's a lot of cancers, and they talk about the coronavirus moving around. But if you have a robust, healthy immune system, none of those things will trouble you, okay? And just a little tip for all you guys out there, for you never to get another cold again. Most of your colds happen because of a reflux from your stomach that brings up acid and burns your throat in the back there. That causes the infection to be able to infect you at the back of your throat, because that's usually where most colds start. And your sinuses can get infected as well as the rest of your body, and that's how colds start. So anytime you feel like you're getting what we call hay fever, you're sneezing and stuff, just drink some water. That'll sort the problem out. Now, for those of you guys who have acid reflux, I'm going to give you a little tip. So I'm just going all over the place for a minute before I talk about Alexander Povetkin versus Whyte, okay? For those guys who have acid reflux, here's a little tip for you. First things first, check out if your plumbing is right. What do I mean by that? It means if you're farting all the time, that's a good thing. That means you're passing out gas. 2, the second thing is you got to make sure that you are using the toilet properly. That's what I mean by the plumbing's working. That means everything should be flowing out of your body rather easily. If not, and you're gathering gas very easily, it means then you have to facilitate that. I'm telling you the tip. The tip is you need to, what we call, lubricate your body and moisturize. So you want to use things like cocoa butter. Don't use it with petroleum per se. I use cocoa butter cream. I use a natural product, cocoa butter cream. And also, don't use too much soap. Instead, use a lot of water. Drink a lot of water. And finally, the secret ingredient everybody's using today, use some turmeric. You can use turmeric with your squeezed lemon, or you can use turmeric in capsules. I don't care how you use it. Use it early in the morning. That also keeps away cancer. You can also use some selenium with that. Try to get the capsules that have 200 micrograms of selenium. That also helps you quite a lot. And finally, for your stomach, to help your stomach, you can add the cabbage juice, something called neem, which is a leaf, and it helps also with indigestion of the stomach and stuff like that. Or don't use Pepto-Bismol and all that shit. That shit don't help. Or you can use, like I said, turmeric. But at the end of the day, you may have not just scarring in your stomach, you may have scarring in your intestines, which could lead to cancer. So what you want to do is heal up all those scars. Use something called alfalfa. Alfalfa is you've heard about probiotics. It's a prebiotic. It actually mends back your intestinal tract. So alfalfa, in conjunction with things like turmeric, in conjunction with things like an immune booster. I use Bell's immune booster, but there are several immune boosters you can use for your body. All right. So, just some quick tips, and I'm sure people like, if you've listened to Clarissa Shields and so on, you'll hear them talking about a sprinkle of this and a sprinkle of turmeric and all that shit. They use it. Athletes use it all the time. The other thing you can do is intravenously give yourself vitamins and mineral mixes. They use it also to treat cancers and stuff, but you can also use it for personal fitness and for athleticism and just for overall health. It'll also boost your health. It costs some money, though, to do the intravenous stuff. You see boxers doing it, but you can also do it, too. All right? So, if you want to stay in the pinnacle of health and shape, and especially health, and then fitness, of course, exercise and being outdoors is better than being in an air-conditioned room. So try to stay outdoors as much as possible. I was indoors mostly today. I was sleeping most of the day. Woke up kind of late because I was up last night. But I try to get night sleep, especially before 12 o'clock. All right, back to what I was saying. So, Dillian Whyte versus Povetkin. Let me see what you guys are saying about that. kids out here remember you. Yo. Chris Ariel says, imagine running a marathon and getting hit at the same time. That's pretty much what boxing is, pro boxing. Pro boxing is different to amateur. Chris Ariel says, good fight. Roman did so great. Okay, I'm going to watch it. Chris Sam says, Gonzalez is a real great for them weights. Yeah, he went through for like, what is it, 5 weight classes now? Or 4? I can't remember which one. Chris Sam says, but did Gonzalez legit become powerful power number 1, though? I think so. He might not have been well known, but I thought the ring did him some justice. I think, yeah. Chris Ariel said your fight was so much bigger than Roman. Okay. I'll have a look at the fight. Chris Sam said, BWF? Yep. Chris Sam says, yep, good comparison to Coach Cotto. Yeah. I'm boxing off the back foot, yeah. Chris Ariel, I think if you bring it to BWF, he may get problems. Not now, though. He's so strong, though. He really is physically strong. I take B complex. That's very good for the nervous system. You should take the E complex as well. There are different types of vitamin E's, but that's another story. Chris Ariel says alfalfa minerals. No, alfalfa. Alfalfa's a plant. Chris Ariel says K vitamin. Yeah, vitamin K is a... You don't hear about it too much, but yeah, it's a good vitamin to take. Mostly, I think they take vitamin K, if I'm not mistaken, for blood clots and stuff. But it's very good for rejuvenating your body as well. You know, your body does produce vitamin K naturally. I think it is something like that. But yeah, you could also take vitamin K. That's good. Alfalfa is an anti-hemorrhaging property. Yes. It stops bleeding and stuff because it causes it binds back up the intestines, so hence it's called a prebiotic, as well as it fosters a good ground for good biotics, for good bacteria to fill up the good biomes inside of the intestines, as well as it stops bleeding as well. That's correct. Yes, yes, Chris Oriel, you're 100% correct. And it leads to more healthy living and a much more healthy lifestyle. My mother died. She didn't have to die of cancer. Let me tell you what stops cancer. And let me just tell you what I think cancer is. This is just my perspective from doing research on cancer and etc. Okay? I used to do research in Loma Linda University and all that. Cancer is an immune response, and it is incomplete immune response to an antigen that comes into the body, whether it's a virus, a fungus, whatever, that's spreading rapidly. Because the virus or fungus produces an anaerobic environment, the immune system has to be anaerobic as well, and it adapts to the virus in an inappropriate way because it's getting inappropriate nutrients and inappropriate enzymes, etc. So the cancer itself starts to multiply and becomes sort of like your blood vessels. They become sort of like that. And they get spiky and weird and all that. And so they behave inappropriately. It's not an autoimmune disease because it's not necessarily attacking the body, but because they rapidly are multiplying to try to surround the antigen, which is also manipulating them, their DNA that is, they basically become as prevalent as the antigen. And so if you have a massive spread of fungal spread in your body, my mom, for instance, she had a yeast infection, and I think that caused the cancer to happen. Now, she had cancer before that, but she had a yeast infection before that as well. And the cancer was a response to that because of inappropriate nutrients not being gotten to the body. So once you boost up your immune system, which is done by creating an environment to boost it, and secondly, providing it the right nutrients like selenium, etc., cofactors, coenzymes, etc., then the cancer disappears, right? It recedes. And one of the best ways, just like how athletes take multivitamins and stuff and supplements, that's the same thing intravenously you should give to cancer patients because you can't take in the degree and amount of nutrients. So if you give a patient, for example, a high dosage of selenium with the right amount of proteins in their diet, in days, the cancer will start to recede and it will disappear. but it can come back because there's still an infection there. And so you might have, appropriate nutrients for a month or so, and then all of a sudden you lack it again. So what we found is that what needs to be done for such things, I have a mark here, okay, up here too, okay. What needs to be done for such things is not only do you need to treat the cancer, but you also have to treat the infection. And once you remove the infection from your body, because accompanying these cancers and stuff is inflammation. This inflammation affects the alimentary canal, and it causes pains in different parts of the body, in the brain, etc. And so what you actually have to do then is treat the infection and get rid of it. And the way to treat infections is with vitamins, right? If you have a cold, what do? You take vitamin C, and the cold goes, right? So that's why the vitamins, minerals, nutrients. Got it? So cancer can be cured like that. You don't have to cut out organs, none of that shit. All right? So we know that now. A simple recipe for dealing with cancer and stopping its advancement is what I told you. You use turmeric, lemon, baking soda in the morning. Not too much baking soda because, well, if you got like a rapidly developing cancer, then you can use liberally baking soda because the cancer will take up the baking soda and stuff. But if if it's not really advanced like that, you could run up your blood pressure and stuff. But you do it for 7 days, you take a break on one, and then you go back 7 days again until the cancer is gone. That's taking it orally. The other way is to actually ingest it by IV. Okay? Directly into your blood supply. That's another way of doing it. Another thing that's really good is thiocyanate. Now, thiocyanate is used in many different ways, but one of them is it prevents crises of things like sickle cell anemia. It's not a priority, in the United States or worldwide, research on sickle cell anemia, but it's something that can actually reverse crises and prevent crises permanently. So if you have sickle cell anemia, and people say you can't live your lifespan, you can live up to 70, 80 years old like a normal person with no crises if you're using constantly thiocyanate, which can be found in things like ground provisions like bitter cassava and seeds. So you eat a lot of nuts and seeds of fruits and vegetables, and you'll have the thiocyanate in there, amongst other cyanide compounds, which is another thing you can use when you have cancer. There's a lot of seeds and nuts. Just change your diet around. Use a lot of seeds and nuts and vegetables, especially green leafy vegetables. That helps a lot. Don't use meat. Stay away from meat. Use a plant-based diet. Okay, people. So I've said quite a lot to you guys. Nobody talked about Dillian Whyte versus Povetkin as far as I can see, so you guys weren't really interested in that. Nonetheless, thank you so very much for tuning in. Shout out to everybody on here. Just understand, man, I appreciate the sport of boxing, the years and years that went into this thing. And it's a brutal sport, yes, but it's also an honorable sport. It's an even playing field. It's two guys trying to sort out the differences, who's the best. And I just want to say to people, if people would approach matters like that instead of picking up guns and killing each other, and even in countries, and just go hand-to-hand combat like that, I think it would be great. Chris Ariel says, I picked Povetkin to win that fight against Dillian Whyte. I don't know. Povetkin looks like he's over the hill and stuff, and didn't look really impressive in the last fight. Michael Hunter was beating his ass until he ran out of gas. And Dillian Whyte might be able to beat Povetkin, man. Might be able to beat him. But we'll see. I don't know. It's a winnable fight because Povetkin's old as fuck, to be honest with you. But it is what it is. Let's see. It'll be a good name on Dillian Whyte's resume again. His resume is looking pretty good. He's been fighting some really good competition. So we'll see. Consistently fighting good competition for not being a world champion. In fact, he's fought better competition than some world champions. So, I'm just saying. We'll see how Dillian Whyte's career goes. How you guys think Dillian Whyte would fare against a guy like Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury, or maybe in a rematch with AJ? How do you think he fares? I don't think he beats none of them guys, but he needs a shot though. So, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. I'd like him to prove me wrong. What do you guys think? I'm going to catch you guys later on What You Need. You're watching my channel. Hopefully I'll be able to put out some videos, some videos with just some videos to show you guys some aspects of boxing. I haven't done that in a long time, so I would love to look forward to that. Chris Ariel says he has leg problems. Who's that, Povetkin? You think it's a 50-50 fight? I agree. It's a 50-50 fight to some degree. I think, though, Whyte has the advantage against Povetkin. And he saw the fight with Michael Hunter versus Povetkin, so, you know. God bless what you need. Thank you very much, sir. I'm going to catch you guys later. Gave you guys 2 hours and 15 minutes of my time. So you guys had plenty of time. Women's boxing is doing very well. I'm looking forward to the upcoming fight. I don't think Clarissa Shields should face Layla Ali. I think Layla Ali is way too fucking old right now to face Clarissa Shields. She'll get her ass whooped. And see, that's what people don't understand. There's different eras of boxing. Like Layla Ali's talking like if, you know, she's thinking she's still in the 1990s. Clarissa Shields is not a 1990s boxer. You know, it's come a long way from since then. Amanda Serrano would kick ass. You know what I'm saying? They're not them girls who just used to fling hands. You know what I'm saying? Lucia Ryko thrived in that because she could do a little boxing. You know what I mean? While the other girls was just swinging hands like windmills. It's not like that no more. You know? And so, like Layla Ali, I don't think you should do that, man. You and Clissa gonna whoop your ass from pillar to post. You gonna get an ass whooping. You gonna get a nasty ass whooping. And Layla, you know, she takes pride in herself. So that's not a good move, man. You know, Layla need to just calm her ass down. Anyway, whatever. I can't tell her what to do. She go back in the ring, whatever. Maybe she surprises. Who knows? I just don't see it. She gonna get whooped bad. But maybe not. Maybe we just need to see it. Who knows? I'm a fight fan. I don't mind. I don't mind watching it. I'm old timers, boy. Layla, you're an old timer, Layla. You need to calm that ass down. I understand. You feel like you can beat everybody, but it's one thing to feel that way, then to get a harsh dose of reality that you ain't young no more. This is a young person's mark. Clarissa Shields is a young buck. She will kick your ass all around the ring. You coming back to get your ass kicked? I mean, come on, man. But anyway, whatever. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't care what Krista says. Oh, yeah, she got a lot of rest and stuff. No, motherfucker ain't fought in 13 years. She ain't getting no tune-up fight, nothing. She just gonna jumped into the young bull, young man sport, and she's just gonna beat her. Oh, yeah, right. She might be named Ali, but come on now. Not even Ali did that. He had 3 years off. He came back in, and Joe Frazier broke his fucking jaw. Knocked him the fuck down. Joe Frazier ain't no Clarissa Shields. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Joe Frazier, but he had that big left hook. Clarissa Shields can box. Like, she can do it all. That's not a good idea. Just not a good idea. Just not a good look. She's old timer, stay where you are. You an old timer. You an old timer, Layla. Know your fucking place, man. Oh my God. I can't tell her what to do. I can't tell her what to do. I might be a fight fan, but I can't tell her what to do. She can do whatever the fuck she want to do. You know, but I just don't think that's a good idea. I don't care how much money you got. To get your ass kicked like that? Come on, man. You done already was undefeated. You gonna come back to get your ass whooped? You know you don't belong in this era. This is a different era. Like, I mean, come on, people. Can't y'all see this? Y'all need to see this woman get her ass whooped to understand this is a different era. If Aaron Wolf comes back right now saying she gonna fight Clarissa Shields, she gonna get her ass handed to her. Handily. There's something called eras for a reason. Aaron Wolf got this reputation because she knocked out this 6'5" woman or something. So she's got this reputation being a wrecking ball. But be it known, if she was to ever face Clarissa Shields, now, not talking about back in her time, now, Clarissa Shields would destroy her. And I'm not talking about knock her out. I'm not saying she would knock her out, but she would destroy her. 40-something years old, man. I know George Foreman did it, but oh my God, you coming in to take a beating? That's what you're gonna get. Come on, man. Jesus. It's a young man's sport. Anna Wolf was, the key word here was a bad woman. Man, you gotta know your place, man. You gotta know your place. You know, that's like Mike Tyson saying, I'm coming back in to dominate boxing. No, motherfucker, you had your time. You had your time, like Sugar Ray Leonard. You know, I had my time. I had my time. This is their time now. Yes, Sugar Ray Leonard, you understand. God damn it, man. Come on, Layla. I understand in your heart of hearts how you feel. You know, I listened to Lennox Lewis when Tyson Fury was saying, man, I'll whoop everybody from the past to now. You know, and Lennox took offense to that. And Lennox was like, you know, you shouldn't challenge the past greats. You should just focus on your own era. Because, you know, Lennox is like, no, motherfucker, I would beat your ass. That's what's going through his head. But I'm just saying, he ain't going to vocalize it. He not I'm going to challenge you now, Tyson Fury. No, motherfucker. Now you're looking to get your ass kicked. Because I don't care if your name is Lennox Lewis, Tyson Fury will whoop your ass. Why? Because this is Tyson Fury's time. Not your time. Gotta know, the dude can't be out of time and I'm gonna come back and whoop Tyson Fury's ass. I'm gonna show him what old school could do. No, motherfucker, you had your time. Your time is out. You're coming back to get an ass whooping. That's what you're coming back to do. You gotta know the time and the season. So anyway, Layla Ali can do whatever she wants. Who knows? She might surprise us. You never know. You never know. She fine as hell though. I'll give her that. For somebody who boxed, man, she looks great. She looks great, you know. And she was a bad girl too. She was bad, man. She was bad to the bone. You know, she had a mean streak in her just like her dad. So I understand what she's saying, but no. You had your time, Layla. You had your time. Let people go into hypotheticals on that. You know what I mean? Anyway, peoples, I'm gonna catch you guys later. I'm out of here. I'm what you need. You was watching my channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this. 2 fucking hours and 22 minutes and 44 seconds. Wow. I'm gonna catch you guys later. Bye.